Okay, so in the previous tutorial, we managed to get the player to shoot, and as you can see, we can basically have an unlimited number of ammo because effectively, as long as we're pressing the spacebar, we can continue to shoot. So what happens if you want to limit the amount that you can actually shoot? Well, what we need to do is in our player, we're going to add a create event, and we're just going to drag in a var, and we're going to make a variable here. We're going to type in the word ammo. Now, it doesn't really matter what you call this. You could call it bullets, you could call it ammo. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to give it a value of 10. So that means you've got 10 bullets then to use, because obviously we're doing a gun. So that's in the create event. Now, in the space where we're actually pressing for a bullet, we need to add one of these green little ifs. And what we're going to say is if the ammo is greater than 0, then we're going to take this piece of code here and we're going to move it and put it to the side. Now notice what it's doing. When you first try and move it, it's not actually going to probably do anything, as you can see there, but then when you wiggle it a little bit, you can put it onto the right hand side. So this is basically saying if the ammo is greater than 0, we can run this. Now obviously every time we press the spacebar, we want to take 1 away from the ammo. So let's add a var in here and we're going to say ammo. And then under the value, we can say -1 relative, and we're just going to do a very quick test. Now, what should happen is we should have 10 bullets, and then there you are, we're out. So I'm pressing the spacebar now, and nothing's actually happening with this. So that is seemingly working quite well. Now, how do we actually reset this? Because obviously there's not going to be much challenge in the game if we've only got 10 bullets and that's it. So you can reset it in a number of different ways. We could add in to our room, we could add like bullet pickups, and then when the player and the bullet collide, they get, I don't know, 10 points or whatever, or 10 more bullets to use, or we can use an alarm or something similar, which will basically trigger an event for us. So what we're going to do is use the alarm. So after a few seconds, it'll reset. Now, just to show you, I'm going to add in a draw and a draw GUI. And the reason for me doing that is I'm going to actually display the ammo. So I'm going to add one of these draw values, and we're going to replace the word caption. So we're going to basically say ammo. So everything inside the speech marks there is just classed as a label. Henceforth, why I put a capital A on that one. And the lowercase a there is for the variable. Now, because I'm doing this within the player, that is actually going to be fine. If I was doing this in, say, another object, I'd need to reference it just by putting like oplayer.ammo in. So let's just try that now at the moment and just make sure it works. So you should see now in the top corner here, we have ammo. If I just zoom it in very quickly, and every time we press that, you can see ammo's going down, and all of a sudden we go to 0 and we have no more. So let's look now at how we'd reset that. Well, what we need to do is we're going to add another if in here. Now we're going to put if the ammo is equal to 0, then we're going to start an alarm. So this alarm gives us a little bit of a countdown. Obviously, you can change this. I'm putting 120 frames there, which is roughly 2 seconds. And then I'm going to add an event, an alarm 0. And I'm just going to reset then ammo to ammo to 10. And what we're then going to do is put the ammo on here. And we are going to just try that out now very quickly. And you can see, look, ammo there set to 10. And if we start by doing this, it goes to 0, wait a few seconds, and then ammo now has been reset to 10. And this will keep on running time and time again, because every time it hits 0, it then resets the trigger for us. Now, if you need a greater delay between this, then you just increase this number here, and that then basically gives you a slightly longer delay each time between the refresh.